This is my response to paper number 6. Okay. Paper number 6. Okay. In the first paragraph, the student explains his or her transition from film-oriented coursework to television ones. Okay. And the student explains that the reason for the transition, and that's because the student writes, after taking a course in filmmaking and directing, I realized that this was far more work than I anticipated. So I moved away from film and towards a different medium, television. To me, it's not clear how work in film is a lot more than the work in television. I think it'd be better if the student can actually explain that, how the work in films is much more than the work in television. Actually, the student kind of explains by saying, I knew that I wanted to be behind the scenes, not in front of the camera like an actor. I also knew that I didn't want to become a camera operator because it wasn't great enough for me, just standing behind a stationary camera, filming an actor on set. It's not, well, actually, this is not so much about the comparison between the work in films and work in television, but rather about the difference between the film and the TV works. But I think actually what the student is describing over here is part of both film work and television work. So this explanation still doesn't make sense to me. And another explanation that the student provides is the student's desire to be working in advertising and marketing. The student writes, I started thinking about advertising and marketing because it encompassed my creative side and also allowed me to be in the television business. But actually, advertising and marketing are not limited to television business. I mean, we tend to think that advertising is related to television because I think that's where TV, the genre of TV, is where advertising is actually advertising is abundant. But actually, for instance, when you go to movie theater, before the featured film actually starts, they show you lots of advertisements. So that's an example. Or like when you walk on the street, you'll see billboards. That's not TV, but that's still an advertisement. So perhaps here the student needs to make it really specific about, make it clear what's really unique about advertising in film, advertising in television, and why or how the student is actually interested in that particular genre of advertising. Okay. All right. In the second paragraph, okay, the student says, through various mediums. Actually, the plural word for medium is media. Okay. So there's no such expression or words like mediums. It's either medium or media, but there's no such word as mediums. Okay, that's grammatical error. Okay, and on page number 2, and please write in page numbers. The second paragraph in the page number 2. The student writes about his or her career goals. Okay, and then in the middle of the paragraph, the student actually writes about something else. The student actually writes about the course, which is different from the student's career goals. In the middle of the paragraph, the student writes, "I hope this course will help me learn to write more fluently and to give my writing a more prominent business style." Okay. So to me, this seems like a new topic. So I would actually separate this part and write it as a new paragraph. Okay. Yep, so that's all for the comment. Actually, another comment is to write a title for the paper. For now, the paper does not have a title. Okay.